Hey, what's going on, everyone? Kenny from Silver Gaming here, and this is just a re-upload of the previous video I had, but I took it down beforehand since due to the overwhelmingly negative response to the video quality, and I'd like to apologize for that. And now let's get right back into the video. So basically, Twitch held a discussion in a stream called Town Hall yesterday. And in this stream, they provided details to the situation of, provocative streamers, such as the ones that use keywords like squats for subs or wear inappropriate clothing, right? But in this quote, they say, "We restrict content that involves nudity or is sexual in nature in our commenting to ensuring that Twitch is not used for sexual exploitation or violence. To provide more clarity around these policies and how we review reports such as content or activity, we provide additional details to complement our community guidelines in the sections below. While we understand that some nudity might be intended for educational, scientific, artistic, newsworthy, or academic purposes, we restrict the content due to the diversity in age and cultural backgrounds of our global community. We may, in limited educational and artistic contents, make pre-approved expectations to these policies. Going forward, Twitch will continue working on ways to safely support nudity and sexual content in these particular contexts. Sexual violence and exploitation, sexual explicit content, sexual suggestive content, nudity in attire, and nudity and sexual content in games." So it sounds like, what is it called? By February 19th, they say, you have by then to remove anything that breaches terms of service in your VODs or in your video save clips, stuff like that, before they, do a purging, it looks like. So streamers that do that type of stuff that also end up on the front page of their website, hey, so it's a new term for Twitch, so I'm not gonna say much. It says sexually suggestive content is prohibited. When reviewing this type of sexual content or activity, we will consider its intent and context based on a number of factors, but not limited to behavior and commentary, reaction to content such as chat messages from the broadcaster, moderators, and what chat messages they permit in their community. Attire and environment such as location, background music, props, etc., camera framing, angle, and focus, stream attributes such as titles, intros, outros, custom thumbnail, and other media data, profile and channel content such as banners, emotes, profile image, panels, and etc. So right there, that piece is basically talking about camera framing and angling and focus, which means, like, those streamers that, zoom in on their cleavage, get real close to the camera, their head is like clipped off at the top of the camera, and basically 75% of the frame of the webcam is literally their cleavage, and they wear a V-neck shirt faithfully in every single clip they make. So they're basically addressing streamers like that. Let's see here. It says, "We expect creators to wear attire that is appropriate public attire for a given context, intent, or activity for game streams, mostly at home streams, and profile channel imagery. Attire should be appropriate for public settings, such as what you would wear on a public street or to a mall or to a restaurant. For example, for a fitness stream or an IRL stream from a location such as public beach, attire appropriate to those public contexts is allowed, such as workout clothes or a swimsuit, respectively." So right there, they're basically giving a free pass to all the workout streams like that, purposely to show their, their parts and all that to the camera, bending over, squat for subs, stuff like that, turned around to the camera, like that's actually, they aren't even doing anything. Like, if you, actually break it down and look at it, they know exactly what they're doing, and they play dumb when you try to address it. So it's nice that Twitch is addressing these things, but they basically gave themselves a cop-out just in case they don't want to enforce anything or onto certain streamers. You know how some people say Twitch plays favorites? Well, then there's a sentence right there. So, there's that. In other news, they were talking about hate simply has no place in the Twitch community. In an announcement, they said that. It is also expanding its enforcement of hateful conduct and harassment to include those actions that take place off-site. That is, if a Twitch user turns to other services to harass another Twitch user, Twitch will now consider their actions a breach of Twitch's policies too. So harassment, jokingly beef, anything like that, they believe that creates a hateful atmosphere or a tense atmosphere, they have the right to ban you. That's what they're saying. They have every right to ban you if anything you're doing, even both of you are in on a joke. Twitch does not care because they really don't, with all the new people and their population of the Twitch community fluctuating, they don't want to show laxness onto the new people at Twitch to make sure that the new streamers out there don't think this type of behavior is okay. Attire intended to be sexually suggestive and nudity are prohibited. Attire or lack of attire intended to be sexually suggestive includes undergarments, intimate apparel, or exposing or focusing on a male or female genitals, buttocks, or nipples. That right there is self-explanatory, and we all have some streamers that are in mind, and that's basically the rundown of Twitch's updated terms of service, which is, you know, giving more context to what they already have, which I'm glad they did. And thank you for watching, and have a great day.